Celtic world has more than its share of the supernatural, legends, and myth, which sometimes cross the line into reality. I tell those tales here on Dark Celtic History. The Priest and the Korrigan. In the rich Celtic mythology tales of Brittany, the Korrigans form a group of female entities who are associated with rivers and wells. Sometimes they are described as fairy-like creatures with beautiful golden hair. They are seen in some tales as changelings who can alter their shape. They can lure men with their beauty and have the power to make them fall in love with them. If a man falls in love with a Korrigan, well, they kill him. Korrigans are sometimes described as druidesses, who fought against the Christian conversion of their supernatural domain. They are also associated with Halloween, which has its origins in the Old Celtic New Year on the 31st of October. On this night, some say they can be seen waiting for victims near the ancient megalithic dolmens that are found in abundance in Brittany. And this is where our story begins. Irish bishops and clergy were in exile in the mid-17th century France due to Cromwell's reign of terror across their native Ireland. A young priest who was tormented by the thoughts of what his parishioners must be enduring sought refuge near an ancient dolmen, a rock formation near the church he had been sent to. And he cried out to God to protect the people he loved so much, for he had heard stories of the atrocities Cromwell had been inflicting. While on his knees, ceaselessly praying for all those involved, a beautiful young lady with golden brown hair appeared from around the corner of the large stones, frightening the young priest by her sudden appearance. She bowed and apologized for her intrusions on his prayers, but he just laughed and invited her to sit down and talk. Secretly within himself, he liked the company of a beautiful woman. His vows forbid such a relationship. But talking and letting the idea float around in his head, while still a sin, would not get him excommunicated. The two of them talked for hours. He imparted his woes upon her, and she listened intently, a skill he wished he had during confession sometimes. The two of them talked, laughed, and exchanged awkward glances until he noticed the light slipping away from the evening sky, and the grumbles coming from his stomach. Now he lamented that he had missed dinner at the church and would probably have to wait until morning. She quickly offered to give him simple bread and broth if he would just safely escort her home, as it was getting late, and if she came home with a priest, her father would not think she was out doing the devil's bidding. He agreed. They walked along a woodland path and veered off into the thick woods. He was told her home was just up ahead several times before he stopped and asked her what was going on. Now, he should have just turned and ran, but as she turned, she began to remove her tunic. Her bare breast shimmered in the moonlight, and as the priest stared in disbelief, she turned into a ferocious beast and devoured. For it was at that moment, when he didn't run, he didn't admonish her, he didn't object at all, that she knew she had gotten him to fall in love with her, and therefore he was hers, eternal.